And so my topic is about getting the right words from our thoughts. And what are thoughts? That's basically how I approached it. And thoughts are, it's a mental process. It's a process of using our mind to reasoning with something. And so, sorry, let me move that over here in the bottom. It's the it's a mental process to help us use our mind to reasoning with something. And so, a lot of the thoughts we have throughout our day is using actual words and not objects. And what I mean by that is, in the morning, for example, you could be running out the door and you could say, "Oh, I forgot my keys," and you're tapping around your pockets trying to find your keys. Or you could say like, "Hey, did I forget to feed my dog this morning?" Or did I make sure to turn off the oven? And so, a lot of the times we're talking to ourselves and we're telling ourselves of our thought process. And so, instead of actually imagining the object, instead of actually imagining those keys or the oven or our dog and their food. And so we talk to ourselves a lot. And this is what I've realized, and what study shows is that normally like 20 to 25% of our thoughts is roughly us language directed at ourselves. Like we talk to ourselves a lot. And this actually is a very common thing for athletes. They tend to talk to themselves and make sure, like, hey, I can do this. Or like students like ourselves, we talk to ourselves and say like, hey, I can finish this project and I can get this A in this class. And so, why do we use words when we think? And the reason what I found out is we using words is it to help us to direct or regulate our moods and our attention and make sure we're focusing on the right things and not like getting distracted and motivating ourselves. And so, for example, like those athletes, they're focused on this task that needs to be done and they tell themselves, I'm going to be able to do this, and they imagine that. They get it through their thought process, like, okay, this is going to get done. And we use this throughout the day a lot. And it's a fair common thing for us. And so, when using those thoughts, why is it difficult for us to find that right word? And just like this picture illustrates, it's just like my thoughts versus my words. We have a ton of thoughts, but then my words are just nothing. And there's actual like word retrieval is an actual term that shows like us trying to find the exact right word. And some things that I've researched I've found out is a lot of people who have like trouble finding words deal with like anxiety and trying to like feel pressure in the moment and trying to like try to cough up the right words. And sometimes people who process information too deeply is another reason why we can have difficulty finding that right word. And I know that's something I deal with, me like personally. I think about the subject a little bit too deeper than it has to be, and I think about it from all the angles. And then long-term memory can actually be a solution, and long-term memory can also cause this problem. Sorry, and by long-term memory, it's saying just like our thought process gets into another thought process, gets into another thought process, and we're going back to our memories, and we're just kind of like losing track. And so, but that's also a good thing, and you'll see that at the end. But long term memory can be a cause to this problem. And so, uh, what I came up with and what research I've seen is the solutions that we can come up to with this. And some of the solutions is to make sure we write down our ideas, we're relaxed, we don't let anyone rush us, and it's okay to be quiet and by yourself sometime. This is one of the biggest things I've seen that you're tell them, hey, let me think about it or let me see. And as we do those, it's okay that our mind wanders so we can find that right word. And I know for myself, I've seen a big improvement when I'm trying to communicate and I have a ton of thought process and I'm trying to make sure I have the right ideas, that I stop and actually relax and try not to feel pressure from anybody else. And it's okay. And so I invite you guys to do that also, is to, if you guys do struggle with this, is to follow these things, and I promise like everything's gonna work out, and you're not alone. And so um, but yeah, this is overall, this is what I wanted to share with you guys today, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.